Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans and every indigenous nation in the Islamic State of Nigeria. The decimation of the Islamic State is the priority of the Biafra Republic government in exile, as the Navy has decimated terrorist base, neutralized many terrorists. And this is a great picture here. Group fighting against Simon Njoku Ekpa. These are the group that fought our prime ministers and failed. Any upcoming group we fail to, by the grace of Chukwokika Biama. And I want to leave you with this update on what happened in the courts of the zoo when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decimated their law, because their law is very shambolic. It is not concrete. It has very bias in all aspects.
Terrorism Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. Yes. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. I have it in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness, that's all.
Nigeria is signed to extradite, not to rendition.
Yes, you're welcome back from that bomb-dropping speech of Oyendu. Another issue and one thing that we should know about is that Oyendu has a disciple that knows all the antiques of the wicked ones. And this is a bomb-dropping speech.
If you listen to the national anthem of Biafra, you will listen and hear when they said, we must defend our land or we perish. There is no other fact than that. That is what the national anthem of the Biafra said. We must defend our land or we perish. I've seen those who refuse to defend their land perishing and being annihilated within the Nigeria setup. And of course, Biafra remain the only nation that have risen up, taking it upon themselves, pick up arms to defend themselves, our women and children against the invasion of the Islamic State, against terrorist state, against a country that has been sponsoring terrorism. And of course, so anybody listening to Biafra National Anthem and you are yet to support and confirm being patriotism to the wording of that national anthem, it means you are deceiving yourself, because it says we must defend our land or we perish. And today, if you are not part of this government that is now defending our land, so we will not perish, you are lying and deceiving yourself. And I don't need to go into long stories. Every one of you know that whatever we do is on social media, because we are living in a global village, and because the struggle and the liberation of Biafra is not a secret society. It is not something that is secret. Everything we are doing is open, because we are aspiring and fighting to restore a nation. We are not fighting to become a group or become political pressure group or anything secret society, because what we are fighting for is to become a nation, to have our independent country. And in regards to that, in respect to that, you must do everything open because the world is watching. So our doing is to make sure that the world come to term and understanding that Nigeria has failed. And of course, those who have vested interest in the West Africa, in Sahel region, Nigeria, and other part of West Africa should understand that for their business interests to be secured, there is a need for Biafra to emerge. Without Biafra, there will never be any business that will be secured. There will never be peace in the entire Sahel region. The defense of Biafra land requires everyone's, to put their hand, everybody must put their hand on the deck to make sure that Biafra land is defended, and we continue to defend Biafra by providing every necessary, machine that is needed, every necessary equipment that is needed, because, the people that are killing people, indigenous people all over Nigeria, are using guns and sophisticated weapons. And of course, every other region has failed to protect the lives of their citizens by not providing adequate security, adequate machine for the people to use, either vigilante or whatever. So now we have Biafra Liberation Army that we are equipping to make sure they meet the requirement and the standard of the opponent and the opposition, and of course the invaders and the oppressors. So when they come with helicopter, they come with gunboat, they come with armored tanks and all that to attack us. So we are going to always provide adequate machine to meet those equipments that are coming to burn our villages and kill our people. And that's exactly what the Biafra government in exile is doing, providing this machine, providing this sophisticated weapon to make sure we protect our women and children so they will not be killed like before. So it is to live up to expectation and uphold the wording of the Biafra national anthem, which says we must defend our land or we perish. And you can see today that those who did not defend their land are perishing. They are being annihilated by the Nigeria state, and that must not happen in our land. In Enugu State, for the past few days, we've seen and listened to news how the Peter Mba sent the military to go and burn the villages. And after burning the villages, we've also gotten a report, unverified report, that he have sent also bulldozers to go and bulldoze those villages after burning them. And I want to use this opportunity today to send a message to Peter Mba. I have also directed the people in that area to get videos of Peter Mba demolishing those villages and the houses that the military, the Nigeria terrorist army have burnt, because it is going to be part of the evidence we are going to present in due time. So if you are in Uzowane, where these things is taking place, please, we need video of the excavators, demolishing the houses, demolishing the burnt houses. We need them. And I want to use the opportunity to also send a message to Peter Mba that he has declared war in Enugu, and we are not going to fold our hands and watch him send our people to IDP camp. We are not going to watch and just sit back and watch him destroy the properties and houses of our people and send them to IDP camp without consequences. So consequences is coming to Enugu. And
yes, you're welcome back. You heard what the Prime Minister said. For what happened in Enugu last 2 weeks, the consequences will be brutal on the government, the puppet government.